You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Days of Our Lives fans, we have got your 2-week spoilers for September 9th through the 20th. Looks like Brady Black is cleared, Tate Black is tempted, and fake Abby is going to flop in this con. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. Let's dive in with the action starting on Monday, September 9th. Tate has a conversation with Grandpa John about how badly he messed things up with Holly, blabbing about exactly how her dad died. He assumed she knew. She should have known by now. And Nicole is nowhere in sight. So this is really messy. She's mad at Tate. She is mad at Eric. And she's going to turn somewhere surprising for comfort by the end of the week. Meanwhile, Fiona contemplates the unthinkable. She is ready to smother Sarah for the memories returning. She already knows that Brady wasn't in the driver's seat. And the scary thing about this thing is Fiona is stone cold sober, plotting to murder her daughter-in-law. It's not like she's drunk and this is just a bad decision when she's had a little too much vodka. Brady Black is totally ready to face the consequences of what he assumes are his actions running over Sarah. He is out of jail, but he still thinks he should pay. Justin Kiriakis is telling him, please stop this. This is a carryover from Friday. And Holly rages at Eric about the secret that he and Nicole kept from her. That is a carryover from Friday's action. Tuesday, September 10th, Paulina tells Rafe it's time to wake up already from that coma. And guess what? Maybe he hears her because Rafe does wake up in the first of these 2 weeks, and Jada and Gabi are there with him when he wakes up. They are definitely hoping that he can tell them who attacked him, but he should not be able to discern that because she snuck up behind him and she's, about a 1.5 feet shorter than him. He shouldn't have seen it when she put that knife in his back. And Jada begins to suspect that Connie is not quite right. Of course, Melinda is still captive, and we are going to have Jada at the door of the apartment. She actually goes into the apartment, but Melinda has been gagged, and we'll see if she saves her. I don't know. Stefan and EJ are arguing about Gabi, and Ava talks to Gabi and pleads with her to let it go that she spent a night in Stefan's bed. They were drunk. They had been tormented by Clyde for months. Ava was trying to protect her son. Stefan was trying to protect Gabi. And it was, a stress release. That's all. I think Ava's going to tell her that she knows just how much Stefan loves her and is willing to do anything for her. And it seems like she might actually get through to Gabi. Wednesday, September 11th, Chad is unreasonably optimistic about Abigail, whose real name seems to be Marin Green. He thinks she's going to get past this amnesia. Fake Abby, aka Fabigail, is not even doing a great job with convincing anybody that she is Abby. Just Chad wants her to be his dead wife so bad that he has a huge blind spot. Gabi is optimistic about her life and is considering trying to put her marriage back together. Connie is not having that at all. She has a knife behind her back. She's at the office. Looks like she's ready to stab her boss, but my money's on Gabi in this fight. She's been in prison and she knows how to watch her back. So we'll see. Melinda is really hoping that somebody comes to get her out of crazy Connie's apartment. Jada is right there. Will she find her? I hope so. I like Melinda. Thursday, September 12th. Eric has a talk with Marlena Evans, talking to mom about how angry Holly is at him. And this is the kind of situation where Doc should be able to give him some good advice and just talk it through. I mean, Holly's anger is understandable. She feels like her whole life has been a lie because Eric has been pretty much her surrogate father for many years, but he and Nicole were sitting on this secret. And of course, they couldn't tell her when she was little, but she's been a teenager for a while now, and they've still kept her in the dark. EJ, if you remember, threatened Eric and said he was going to tell Holly, and then he backed off of it. I don't think because he gave two shakes about either Nicole or Eric, but he just decided he didn't want to hurt his stepdaughter that way, but she's hurting anyway. Fiona, who has not smothered Sarah, has a sit down and she thinks about, what she's done since she came to Salem and how she has ruined Sarah's life when she just wanted to get closer to Xander, and she's painted into a corner. It doesn't seem like there's any way out for her. EJ threatens Kristen. That's just another day at the DiMera mansion. Am I right? This is how these siblings roll. And Holly is still angry at Tate. He tries to get her to calm down and chill out, and I don't think she's going to do either of those things. Friday, September 13th. We have got Kristen at Marlena's office this week. I'm not sure if it's happening on Friday, but it might. She's at Doc's office and she's showing her something. It's a little piece of paper. I can't show you the photo for copyright reasons, but Kristen also talks to Brady and tells them he needs to stop trying to throw himself in front of the bus and to fight for his future. If he doesn't want to do it for himself, then she says he should do it for their daughter, Rachel Black. Meanwhile, Marlena hypnotizes Sarah to try and get back all her memories of the accident. And I expect Friday and then carrying over to Monday is when Sarah's memories all come flooding back and she knows exactly who was behind the wheel of the car that ran her down. Holly gets closer to EJ. I think she's going to come talk to him about what she has found out. Of course, she's going to want to know how long he has known. And EJ has a valid excuse that this was not his secret to tell. It was the responsibility of Nicole and Eric. And I think EJ is going to say that he has wanted her to know for a while. So we'll see. But at least she's got some adult figure in her life that she can turn to. And of course, she can also turn to Maggie. And Eric comes to see Sarah this week. I'm not sure exactly what day it is, and he is comforting her and hugging her, and this is before she gets her memories back. So probably around midweek. All right, going into the week of September 16th through the 20th, Brady should be completely exonerated by Sarah's memory recall. And he is going to be completely stunned to find out that it's Fiona and, the woman in his bed was letting him take the rap. Now, again, I wonder once Sarah realizes this, what she's going to do with the information, because it's very tricky because she did want Xander to have his mom back in his life. And Xander was ready to beat Brady to death with a baseball bat, or at least, break an arm and a leg. And so she knows once this comes out that there may be no hope for Xander to have his mom in his life. So I'm interested to see where Sarah lands on this once she has her memories back. Sophia sees an opportunity while Holly is mad at Tate, and she may try again to seduce him. And this time Tate may actually be tempted, especially if he thinks that Holly really is done with him. And of course, Sarah's going to be stunned, starts on Friday, picks up on Monday when all of her memories return. And then she is in a quandary about preserving Xander's relationship with his mother. She definitely is going to go to the police and let them know that Brady wasn't driving. And I do wonder how much she's going to tell them. Rafe is finally awake, but I wonder if Jada is going to keep his job. I think she might. He's probably not up to being the commissioner just yet. And he is still on the radar of a killer, so we'll see how that goes. Fabigail and Dr. Mark Green's plot against the DiMeras kicks up a notch, but she's not doing a great job of selling her side of it. And Patch is soon scrutinizing her like a dog with a bone. And Holly, of course, is in emotional pain. Her mom is nowhere to be found. I'm wondering if we're going to get a one-sided phone call between Nicole and Holly because Ari Zucker is not coming back. Eric wants forgiveness from Holly, but of course he knows he doesn't deserve it. And Holly getting closer to EJ is another wrinkle in this plot line. Johnny is going to regret letting Abe push him to accept Alex as Chanel's on-screen love interest for that soap within a soap, and Paulina's not going to like it either. All right, those are all of our 2-week spoilers. Please drop your comments. Please subscribe if you're not following us, and definitely come back soon. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I'm talking Days of Our Lives with you 7 days a week right here.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.